On this Food City Friday, we want to welcome registered dietitian Kirby Moyer to the Daytime Kitchen because we're talking about one of those all-American kind of things. You know, Memorial Day, all the summertime, you got to have some great hamburgers. You're talking about building a better burger today.
Yep, giving some tips today on if you're getting the grill fired up, what
Right.
are some ways you can sneak in some nutrition.
Right.
And it doesn't mean you have to abandon all the foods you know and love. So a couple of swaps we have for you today.
All right, let's start it. And first of all, I want to say you're going with those whole grain buns. I love that because it adds something to the hamburger. It really does.
Absolutely. I actually think it has a little bit of a better bite, a little bit of a better texture, and when you get that good juicy burger,
Oh, yeah.
the whole wheat bun really stands up to that. The reason we want to swap to whole wheat,
Yes.
you're going to end up getting about 2 to 3 grams of fiber added to your burger. When we use a white bun, we typically don't get any fiber, and we need about 25 to 30 grams per day, and that means we got to kind of spread it out. So if you can try to sneak in a little bit of fiber, switch into that whole wheat bun, that's
Yes.
a first simple step.
But I'm going to tell you, tasty. I
Yeah.
mean, the taste side is there too. You're not dropping off on the
Yes.
taste there at all.
And I talk a lot about family meals. I think
Yes.
it's really important for kids especially. We want to introduce some of these healthier foods at an early age
Right.
to where they just get accustomed to say, I'm used to eating a whole wheat bun. So that's a good kind of trick. And then the main show of our
Yes,
burger
is the burger.
It's the beef, right?
Yeah.
Which beef is excellent because it's high in iron, it's
Right.
high in zinc, it's a good source of protein. But what we tend to see happen is variable amounts of fat. So if you're at Food City and you see like 80%
Yes.
to 50 or to 20%, or you might see that 92.8.
Right.
What that's telling you about is varying amounts of fat and specifically saturated fat. That saturated fat can impact our heart health.
Right.
So simply swapping to a leaner burger is going to take you from 23 grams of fat to 9 grams of fat.
And the great thing at Food City is when you go back there
Yep.
to that meat department, you're going to get that fresh ground beef. It's going to tell you exactly what that fat content
100%.
is. Everything right there on the package.
Yep, and what I love about Food City too, which a lot of people don't know, is that we ground our meat on site
Right.
daily.
Daily
we
and hourly,
That's
yes.
right, yeah. We have a window. Once it's kind of reached that, you're going to see that moving out of that main case. So you know you're getting that freshness. And again, you can kind of pick what works for you. You can even get 2 different types of varying fats and combine them together to make your patties if you're not willing to commit to a completely lean choice also.
And that 92% is about the highest you can go on that.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
with
since
and maintain the shape of the
That's
burger.
right.
Yes.
And I was going to say the fat does kind of help with that tenderness, but since we're using the grill, unlike inside, which we might get a little more smoke, you're not going to notice
Right.
as much outside, which is a great option. And then, of course, the last kind of tip, it makes sense. These are basic kind of
Toppings,
tips. Yeah,
yes.
that's right. But those toppings, get some lettuce, get some tomato, get some, we talked about avocados, not your
get
favorite.
some onion, yes.
Right, get some onion. So try to make sure you're heavy on the vegetable toppings. That's also going to get fiber and some of those essential nutrients. And I think that's a big part of the burger is the varying textures,
Right.
right? We get that bun, we get that little bite, and then we want to get that delicious protein-filled burger, but trying to watch out on all of that fat that we're trying to reduce.
I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Let me hear
okay?
it.
Because what are some of your favorite toppings to put on a burger?
Ooh, now I'm a
If you're building your perfect burger, what is it?
Okay, it's going to be grilled onions,
Okay.
sliced pineapple, and
Oh.
jalapeno. That's my
Oh.
go-to. I like a sweet and spicy, and I like that little bit of tang in
Little
there
different
too.
there, yeah.
I know,
All
yeah.
right.
We explore some different flavors in my house. That's all right.
Absolutely. Hey, folks, we're going to come back here. She's going to explore a brand new recipe. She's going to share that with you a little bit later, talking about building the better burger and getting ready for Memorial Day and all of the great summer cookouts that are coming up. And you can do that by going to foodcity.com.